This is Azarelius once again. Today I'm going to update about my channel because I haven't done that in a while, and I think it's something I should do a bit more often. Not necessarily because I need to, but I think this is quite fun. Actually, I went out. I thought I would do a covert ops mission where I would go and try to be undetected as I set up stuff, because, well, some people are kind of weird around these parts, to say the least, intolerable to people like me. So, if I'm walking around with a camera, they might just think I'm a target to smash. So, it's quite good to be paranoid. You tend to survive a bit longer like that. But in any case, I've been thinking about my videos a little bit here and there. For example, lately I've done some talk videos where I talk about some political issues, as you may have noticed. Something I've been not, felt like doing for a long time, but I have been a little bit inspired by channels like the Alex Jones, etc., and Infowars, Mark Dice, and all these people that speaks their mind a bit more open. I think they limit themselves still, or perhaps they think just the way they speak, but most of the time I think they do. But you do notice that they do censor themselves. And I must say that I was also triggered by these terrorist attacks, because, why should we sit and be tolerable to people that's not tolerable to us? So, I figured it was time to speak up, and I did a whole bunch on my Swedish channel. So if you kind of weirded out by me speaking about politics all of a sudden, because normally I do games and seem to not know a single thing, but here all of a sudden I spew out all of these conspiracy theories and etc., political issues. But so you know that basically what I'm doing, I'm trying to speak out against this political correctness and etc. that's slowly but steadily annihilating us and our free will. So that's about the talk videos. And for my gaming videos, I think I'm going basically to do the same thing, but it felt kind of long with Metal Gear Solid, kept you waiting, huh? So I figured perhaps I should try to focus on, when I'm uploading a longer game, that I should start somewhere in between or something like that, when it starts to feel like, oh yeah, we've been on this game for many months now, and it's starting to feel kind of slow. Then I could start to upload some other game, but that might be difficult if I work, for example, because then I barely have time to edit or anything. Because my last work I had below minimal pay, and I worked full time, and when I came home I could barely do anything, plus I'm depressed. So you can imagine how hard it was to do really anything. I mean, I could barely just sit down and play a game. Basically all I did was eat, go to bed, and sleep and go to work. No life at all, and just worked. So it not really a lifestyle you want, but when you have to, you just have to. It's not like anyone wants to give you a fair pay in this country. So that's a little about that, but I do think it's fun to record games and show people, so I'll be keeping doing that. Though sadly, as you have may noticed, I made some random madness videos where I compile gameplay footage that I play from different games and then mash it into one funny short compilation, best moments to say. Though it have been halted. Reason is because I used to do a similar thing in my Swedish channel when I play with some buddies on the internets. I used to play with people like that, and So I figured I should make a movie with the rest of the clips that I have. But you see, my depression is sort of a big problem. I can't get myself to start with it, and I have come quite far. I have, but I'm still getting halted. I mean, I did this. I was kind of on a hot streak editing that movie, but when I stumbled onto, now I'm gonna make videos about globalists, etc. Then I sort of halted with that entire process. So Random Madness videos will still wait, and it's killing my hard drives. So I think I just have to start thinking about doing some videos when I talk about stuff. I've been thinking, where I try to guide people, help people, and I just upload some random gameplay footage that I thought would be cool and just have it in the background or anything, just to dump off some hardware space. It's difficult for me to stand in front of a camera. I'm sort of shy, so I'm trying to work on that as well. So this is good training for me, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy it more. But for me, as a creator, or whatever, if you have any wish for me to do, feel free to put in the comments in videos, and if you're interested to see me play some game, I won't probably do that in quite a while, because I'm probably uploading something, and before I'm gonna play a new game, it's gonna take some weeks, because I upload like one video a week with the gameplay walkthroughs. But in general, if you just want some random footage, or just whatever, me speaking about some subjects that is out of your curiosity, whatever, just fling those things, because I'm a random guy. As you've noticed, my channel, it's full of random lists. I like the word random madness, for example. I just I feel like it's a fun way. I'm spontaneous. I'm impulsive. Impulsive is probably the right word. Because I'm depressed, I just go with my feeling. Because if I don't feel like it, it's gonna be forced, and then I won't do a good job, I feel. And I'm depressed all the time, but sometimes you have a bit more drive to make a video than other times. So that's the difference. So any feedback would be nice. Also, I have a Twitter. Not that I'm very good at using Twitter. I barely know how it functions. But in any case, I'm at Azarelius. If you want to follow me, I've started to add that to the videos, because I noticed that you can, in the settings, set standard upload settings, which is quite helpful actually, especially if you're gonna regularly upload similar videos, and whenever you do something special, you're gonna just change the setting a little bit here and there. So it's a very nice system. Also, I noticed the titles in my videos can be quite long sometimes, so I'm gonna try to fling around stuff like the part 2 stuff in the right after the title, and perhaps shorten the title, have the entire long name, because some games like Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, is quite a long name. So next time I'll be uploading a game like that with a long title, I just shorten it down to like MGSV TP or something like that, and then add part and then my self-title, because I like to do that to add some personality to the title, to the title, to the video, so I feel a bit more, how to say, personalized. I like that. It's a fun thing. And also, please do check out the Alex Jones channel, Infowars, or Mark Dice, or someone of those types. They're quite a fun bunch, and they are politically incorrect, because they dare go against the Western propaganda. So I highly suggest you checking that out. Not that it has anything to do with my channel except for my talk videos, but I'm just gonna point you to that direction if you're interested into hearing some different stuff from what otherwise you'd hear in your media or from your regular politicians that would tell you that committing cultural suicide is the correct thing to do, or to be tolerant towards those people that will be intolerant to you. So that's something I wanted to highlight as well, as usual. Oh, look. Well, it's dawn now, so I'm guessing we are at victory here. Any final words? Well, at least yesterday's inauguration from Donald Trump was a success, so congratulations to you. And well, I sent you a tweet, if you'd be watching this. I highly doubt that, but you can always hope. At least he what I meant by my tweet was basically he was doing this long and hard-fought campaign, and it's all people from all over said it was impossible. He was not gonna win, and then he won. So in your face, and I'm just happy that someone that was politically incorrect, that was self-funded, he didn't take any special interest. He went from his own pockets and won the election, and well, sadly people are still being crybabies about that they lost, and I don't think he's an eligible candidate. But what's the point of democracy if you can't respect the democratic process of it all? But at least he's president now, and hopefully he'll be able to change people's mind and the perception of nationality that has been destroyed since the Second World War. What that dude did in the Second World War was wrong, but some of the things they stood for was a good thing, like nationalism, strong self-fund economics within the country, not this globalist style where countries all over that enters this European Union, etc., just becomes more poorer and has to accept these idiotic laws they enforce and have to follow with their policies and etc., just constantly damaging their own countries and forcing diversity and committing cultural suicides. It's a breath of fresh air, and I really hope that he can influence other leaders from across the world to think the same. Not this America's ideology. For example, I live in Sweden. I want Sweden to be for Sweden. I want Russia to be for Russia, and Finland for Finland, etc., etc. And for these leaders in their own countries to recognize that you should take care of your people first and foremost. Any other people can wait, but of course you tend to your allies, and you should not just barge in like a bloody fool into some other people's house, kill the owner, and then expect everyone else in the house to get along in some foolish, blind, idealistic crusade of democracy. Because look at what happened to Iraq and etc. The entire Middle East is unstable. Terrorists are running amok, and I think it's high time that someone that dares to take a stand to this is in charge of America, because America has been degraded for what this once was. Damn it. I felt like a French there with my pronunciation. But I hope you feel the same, or if you don't, I hope you will see that Trump's leadership will lead to great things. And I think during the first week, a lot of things will happen. Of course, the fake media is fake. They will fake stories all day long. I mean, they promote Satanists walking on the streets screaming that, you know, Jesus Christ is blah 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 bad thing, and, you know, hail atheism, hail Satanism, and then you have a child burning stuff on the street like, I did this, and screw the president, you know, and he's being celebrated as some form of liberal lunatic hero. Damn it! You can't accept that. You have to take a stand. I feel like I'm gonna need a mic as well for stuff like this, because I'm not sure how well my mic on the camera will receive this, but perhaps it will be well enough. I think it's... I think I've spoken enough for this update, but at least congratulations, Donald Trump, and I wish you well. And as well, you others watching this video, of course. This is Azarelius, signing out. Oh, by the way, one thing. I almost forgot. I was also supposed to tell you that while I did some speaking about Metal Gear Solid game, I forgot to mention one part, because I played the online feature afterwards. I completed the game. So I played for about, I think it was at 232 hours or something like that, you know, a lot of hours. And then all of a sudden, or perhaps it was 211, I don't really remember, but it was over 200 hours. That I can remember for sure. I can guarantee you that. So I thought it was very funny. Basically, you have your mother base, right? And you're gonna collect resources by infiltrating other people's bases. And occasionally they could, if they would be at home and noticing this attack, if you to get detected, they could come and defend. And, you know, it was a fun thing. A lot of cheaters as well. I remember some guy running with speed hacking, some tuxedo kicking my ass. Actually, I managed to hack I managed to infiltrate his base successfully. But in any case, the save files just vanished or something. You know, all of a sudden I had to restart the game. I started the game and all of a sudden I was in the hospital over again, and I had completed almost every mission on S. And it felt terrible, and I had so many upgrades, I had so many resources, worked so hard to build up those military bases, and all of a sudden it's gone. So that's a danger if you're gonna play that game online. But if you want my advice, if you're playing it, or if you want to keep playing it or something like that, make some backup saves. You know, try to go into the folder, make safe copies, or find some other automatic way. Just search on Google for some explanation how you can properly save your game files. So whenever it gets deleted, by the way, just shut the game immediately if you would notice that you start in the hospital automatic like you did when you first started the game. That way you can perhaps still save the game, unless, you know, you go in and start to do saves, because then you'll corrupt even more, and then it will be unrecoverable, the other files. So keep that in mind, that it's a very disappointing experience, and I think that they should really save that in cloud, in, you know, online storage. But no, they're gonna make it like hard drive, so if you switch to another computer, you're gonna start the game all over instead of being able to play it multiplayer there as well. So it sucks really much, really. Oh, I'm just sad that I had to lose all of that progression. But anyway, that was all I was going to say. And this time, for real, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you. Yeah, I can go this way.